And so
take just a few minutes to get yourself set up. And if at any point you can't hear me, feel free to just hop on and let me know. And so we'll start in a seat. And when you sit up on that pillow, you might even start to scoot a little bit closer towards the edge of that pillow. So then you can rest your hands on either your knees, on your thighs, or in your lap. And see if the top of your head can reach up just a little bit taller and higher. Allow your shoulders to soften away from your ears. And you may even let your eyes close. And take a full breath in right here to settle. And a full breath out to find a little more ease. And you can bring even one hand to your stomach, to your belly, and then one hand to the center of your chest. And just to connect with your breath, and you start to notice just a little bit of movement here. So on your inhale, feel your chest expand into your hand. And then a full breath out to find that ease. And do that just a few more rounds. Breathe in to expand. And then breathe all the way out. Breathe in and out. Again, expand on your inhale. And then maybe even open up your mouth and let out a sigh on your exhale. You can allow your hands to come back to your knees, to your thighs, or into your lap. And then again, sit up nice and tall. And take a big breath in. Long exhale out. And feel free to stay here as long as you need. If this stillness is exactly what you may have been craving or exactly what you need. And if you're ready to move a little bit more, you can just blink the eyes open. Take in just a little more light around you, hopefully not too much distraction. And then reach your arms up on a big breath in. And then as you exhale, drop one hand down and just lean over towards that side. So you start to create a little bit of a stretch in the side body here. And then reach both hands up, big breath in. You'll drop the other hand down and lean over to that side. And then inhale, reach both hands back up and interlace your fingers above your head. You'll flip your palms up towards the ceiling, and then maybe even look up towards your hands. Take one more big breath in right here. And then exhale, release. You'll walk your hands forward and meet me in tabletop pose. So just on your hands and your knees, and you can move that pillow off to the side with your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Take a breath in to let the belly drop down, and then start to let your chin rise here. Your tailbone will rise. And then as you exhale, start to round your upper back. Bring your chin to your chest for cat pose. You'll move with those two shapes in mind, but with your breath. Inhale to find cow. Exhale to find cat. One more round like that, slowly into cow pose. And exhale into cat. And then come back to tabletop, right into a neutral spine here. Send your right leg behind you. Just let it float and start to roll out the ankle, wiggle the toes. And then your toes will come to the ground, tuck them under and press back through the bottom of your foot, back through your heel. And get that stretch in the back of your leg. And you'll spin your heel down to the ground. Reach your right arm up. Take a big breath in. And reach your right hand forward. Again, you get that side body stretch here. One more big inhale. And then exhale. Start to rise up here. Keep your legs the same. Arms out wide. Drop your right hand down and reach your left hand up towards the sky. Maybe take a roll of the wrists here, both directions. One more inhale to look up. And then exhale to bring your hands down to the ground. You'll pick that right leg up behind you again. And then start to bend your right knee. Take a breath in to press the foot up towards the sky a little bit more. And then as you exhale, your right knee comes behind your left. Feet come wide apart. And then send your seat back. So it's like you're coming into a child's pose, but your knees are crossed. Just to get a different stretch in the hip here. And you can move around a little bit from side to side to find that like sweet spot where you find that stretch to be helpful. Now full breath in to stay. Full breath out. And you'll rock back forward. Send your right leg back behind you. Now you'll step your right foot outside your right hand. So you just bring your right foot forward. A different stretch for the hip here. So you'll stretch forward into a lunge, maybe lift the chin on an inhale. And then as you exhale, you'll pull your hips back and pick your right toes up. And do that again. Inhale, rock forward into a lunge. And then rock back just to stretch the back of the leg. And then you'll rock forward. Start to tuck your back toes and lift your knee up. Spin your back heel down. You'll start to lift yourself up into warrior two shape. So your right foot is forward, left foot behind you, arms stretch out nice and long to the sides. Stay here, take a breath in and out. Now reach the arms up. You'll straighten the legs. Start to parallel the feet. So all 10 toes point to the side, the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your hands up. And then exhale to fold forward here. If you want to bend the knees, you can. If you want, you can drop the head. Shake out the head, yes and no. Take one more full breath in here. Full breath out. Now start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders here and look to the front of your mat. You're going to walk your hands there and just step your back foot, your left foot, to meet your right. Once you're there, halfway lift, your hands will come to your knees. And then walk your hands up your legs. You'll just stand all the way up. Take your arms down along your sides. Let your palms, your hands face forward. Shrug your shoulders as you breathe in. Allow them to fall back and down on your exhale. Now start to bend your knees. Sit back into just an easy chair pose, like you were sitting in a chair. And start to bring your hands together right in front of your chest. You're going to pick your right knee up. So a little bit of a balance. And you're going to cross your right ankle right above your left knee, right? You're going to make like a figure 4 here. So taking your right knee out. And then think about, as you do this, sitting back in a chair. So you get that stretch in the hip. You might sit a little bit lower. If you wobble, you fall, that's okay. Come right back in. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. You can stand up and just hug that right knee in towards your chest a bit. And then set the right foot back down on the ground. Again, take a shrug of the shoulders, a roll of the shoulders, maybe in both directions. And then just shift the weight into the right foot. Find tree pose. So your left foot comes to balance. Your hands can come to your heart. Maybe reach your hands up towards the sky. Whatever feels most grounding, supportive. You can stay here. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale just to stand up a little bit taller. And then release both feet onto the ground. Full breath in. Maybe even open up your mouth, letting out that that sigh. You'll reach your hands up as you breathe in. And softly you fold forward, nice and easy. And bring your hands to your knees or your shin. And then you'll place your hands down, step your feet back. You can come into a downward facing dog shape. Maybe you pedal out the feet, one heel down at a time. And you can, when you're ready, rise up to your toes, heels will lift, and your knees come down to the ground, tabletop pose. A breath in to find cow pose like before. A breath out to find cat pose. One more round like that. Connect with your breath. Slowly in and out. Come back to neutral. And you'll send your left leg behind you. So we take that all on the other side. You can roll out the ankle, fan out the toes. You'll tuck your toes onto the ground, press back with the left heel. And you'll spin that heel down, reach the left arm up. So you just open up to the side and reach your left hand forward. So nice. Take one more big breath in. And you'll come all the way up. Arms will come out like a T. Drop your left hand down. Your right arm will reach up to the sky. Reach with your fingertips. One more inhale to look up. And then exhale to bring your hands back down to the ground. You'll pick that left leg up again and start to bend your left knee. You can press your foot up a little higher. And then your left knee comes behind the right. Your feet will come out wide. You'll send your seat back a bit. And you can choose to drop your head. Now, if this does not feel good, you can, of course, just take little knee circles in both directions, just for a little more mobility. But if you like that stretch, you want to stay, you can stay for a full breath in, a full breath out. And you can come back forward, send your left leg behind you, and step your left foot outside of your left hand, coming into that lunge, like a wide stance. You'll rock your hips forward a bit, and then if it feels okay, look forward. And then as you exhale, your hips come back and pick your left toes up to get that stretch in the leg. Do that one more time. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale to rock back. You'll rock forward, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up. You'll spin that heel down and come up to that warrior two shape. Left toes are forward. Back foot really firmly planted. Take a full breath in and out. Start to straighten the leg. Arms reach up. All 10 toes point towards the long edge of your mat. Your hands can come to your low back this time, just for a moment. Maybe place one hand on top of the other and lift your chin, lift your face, and then exhale to fold forward into that wide leg forward fold stance. You can drop the hands down. You can drop the head. Shake it, yes. No. And then again, you can walk your hands under your shoulders for a moment. Look to the front of your mat. Walk your hands there and step your right foot up to the top. Halfway lift here. So hands to your knee, so your shin. And then walk your hands up your legs. Once you're there, this time reach your arms up and overhead. Interlace your fingers above your head like you did before. Press your hands up towards the sky. Maybe even look up towards your fingers. One more big breath in. And then release your hands down. So nice. Hands together right in front of your chest. And sit back into that chair. Now this time it's more weight. You're going to balance onto your right foot. Pick your left knee up a bit and create that figure four shape. So you're crossing the left ankle right above the knee, and you make that figure four shape, or like the number 4, and then you sit back to find that stretch, more so in the outer left hip. Stay here and breathe. Full breath in and out. See if you can find that one steady point, one thing to look at. Don't move your eyes from that point. And you'll stand up, hug that left knee towards your chest, and let the foot come back down. Both feet planted just for a moment. Full breath in Maybe even open up your mouth, let out that sigh. And your hands can come together again at your heart just to practice with balance here. Now, weight into the left foot, and your right foot will come up to find tree pose. You can stay here, of course, with your hands where they are, or reach your hands up. And take one more big inhale wherever you are. And then exhale to bring that foot back down. And just return one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, to your chest. Close your eyes. Just a moment while standing to take that big breath in to expand. And a breath out to find ease. Do that 2 more times on your own. And whenever you're ready, you'll open the eyes. Reach your hands up overhead, big breath in. So maybe even look up. And then exhale to fold forward, fold in half. Take a halfway lift here, hands to your knees. Hands come down, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Your last one here, so take any movement. Maybe it's hips side to side, maybe it's again pedaling the feet, bending one knee at a time. Now take a breath in to rise up to your toes. Drop your knees back down to the ground. One round of cat-cow. So inhale to find cow. Exhale to find cat. You can take your knees a little bit wider apart and your toes can come towards one another. Send your seat back. Child's pose. So your forehead can rest on your mat. You might even rock your head slowly side to side. And take a breath in and out. Again, breathe in and out. And slowly come back to hands and knees, just enough to then bring your legs in front of you. You'll find a seat. And take your legs long, give them a little bit of a shake. Bring the soles of your feet together, the bottom of your feet, and then your knees out wide, creating this diamond-like shape. And your hands can come to your ankles, to your knees, just enough to sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And then start to tip forward to then round the upper back and then let the head just relax. And just a few breaths right here. And one last stretch here in the hips One stretch in a seat. And you'll start to sit back up. Make sure you have enough space behind you. If you want to keep your pillow close by, you can have it here for whenever we lie down. You'll come onto your back and reach your arms overhead. Point your toes forward. Just take a nice long stretch. And bend your knees. You'll plant your feet onto the ground and take your arms down along your sides. Start to just lift your seat up, coming into bridge pose and just pressing down through the feet. The back of your head stays on the ground. Take one more big breath in and then exhale, release. Start to bring your right knee, hug it in towards your chest. And you'll create that figure four one last time on this side. So just cross your your right ankle right over your left leg. And then your knee, you can bring it forward a little bit more. Take your arms out to the side and just drop your right foot, your legs over to the left. So you're taking a little bit of a twist in the spine. Also, maybe getting a stretch in the outer right hip. You can even look to the right. A full breath in and a breath out. And bring yourself back to center. Unravel the legs. You can hug both knees into your chest. Keep a hold of the left knee and the right foot just comes back down on the ground. And you'll find your figure four on the other side. So crossing the left ankle over the leg, arms back out like a T. And then you let the legs drop over to the right side this time. You can then look to the left. And you'll bring yourself back through center, unravel the legs, hug both knees in towards your chest, give yourself a squeeze, a well-deserved hug. And take your legs long to the ground. Arms can come down along your sides. If you want that pillow under your head, of course, you can make yourself nice and comfortable. And then close the eyes. I'm just taking this final moment of rest. Maybe a full breath in to fill all the way up to expand. And then again, you open the mouth to let that ease happen on your exhale. And just a little guided relaxation here for your time in your Shavasana. You'll start with bringing your awareness to your toes. To the bottom of your feet. to your ankles, up your legs to your knees, to your thighs and your hips, allowing your whole lower half of your body to find that bit of release and find a little more ease. Bring your awareness to your belly, to your chest, to your shoulders, and to your arms, the wrists, the hands, and even the tips of your fingers. Can they soften? Can they find a little more ease? And can they relax? To your neck, to your jaw, and to your eyes, even the top of your head. Can you let that part of your body soften? Find ease and relax. So every part of your body from your toes all the way to the top of your head feels like it is full of ease. Even just for the next few rounds of breath. The full breath in, full breath out. And a few more like that. Every breath gets a little bit bigger, a little more full. And you can start to find just a little bit of movement here in your fingers, in your toes. Maybe even rock your head side to side. And start to bend your knees. You'll just roll onto your side here and press yourself up to find a seat. So just sitting up nice and tall once you're there, maybe even bringing your hands together in front of your heart. And just taking this moment here to honor yourself for showing up, or making a little bit more space in your day. So you can create space in your breath, space in your body, maybe even a little more space in your mind. And then bring your thumb tips to the center of your forehead here, and just taking this moment to remember to be kind to yourself so you can then share that kindness out with others. Namaste.